play fake. Winston. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Fights through, and now a crease. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 89 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense.
He's got a man, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one, 39 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Colts. Kylan Granson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. The drive summary: 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Zeke from last week: 23 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down at 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They go play action. Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. A high throw there as this is knocked away. Down to the ground and incomplete. On 3rd down, Winston. And he'll find Pittman. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Cowboys have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side trying to take care of the...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
The first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Colts football, and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 7 yards, the pickup there. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Winston on 3rd and 2. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now. Winston. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On play action, Winston. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Three yards remain for second down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll run here with Taylor. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Now it's Patterson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just one catch for him. Elliott a first down and more. And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Draw play, Elliott. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. This goes out right to Doyle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And finding the tight end, Rudolph. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Badgley on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have the football with him at all times.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston, he's got Jack Doyle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Winston. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. On 1st and 10, Prescott. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the Giants who are out in front. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Eagles trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense, as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Cowboys now, as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Prescott now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
From the red zone now, Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A give to Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Colts football, and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 2nd down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Winston. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he has...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. He gets
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Doyle. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring them back within 4. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Khari Willis there to bring him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Prescott looks to throw on first. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Prescott. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 29-yard line. Prescott to throw it. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. On the draw is Taylor. Muscles him off. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Winston. In trouble, and he's taken down. Neville Gallimore in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Take it at the 37. Oh, what a move. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Prescott now from the 50. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 9. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Pollard going to try the right side. And a solid run down inside the 30. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing, Winston. He finds Taylor, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
A first down throw for Winston. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Winston's throw into the hands of Pittman here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll throw again. Winston. He'll drop this down to Taylor. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Jameis to throw it. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On third down, Winston.
Well, set up the screen to Taylor.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.